What is the dumbest way you have injured yourself? Dropped a bottle of shampoo in the shower, bent over to get it, sneezed, slipped and gave myself a concussion. Assumed a stapler was empty because I saw someone attempt to use it, then they put it back, it was jammed, trying to trick my mate into thinking I was gonna staple my face. Miraculously unjams, and to a group of people it looks like I just felt like stapling my face. I have a stapler story myself. I had just started a new job as a department head and was being trained by the guy I was replacing. I am a fidgeter and had just finished setting up my desk, so I was playing with the stapler while listening to him explain something. Now, this stapler is the easiest stapler I have come across, literally takes almost no effort to deploy. So I managed to staple my pinky finger while I was looking my trainer directly in the eyes. I am sure he was second-guessing my hiring at that moment. The only black eye I've ever had. I gave to myself while playing Wii boxing. Won the game though. Made the game seem real. I forgot that I had legs, so I slammed the car door while my leg was between. Have done, would not recommend. 0-10. Slammed my finger in the top of the door to my Jeep. I was stuck and I couldn't pull it out, had locked the door, and dropped my keys at the same time. It was really hurting. I was just able to reach my keys and unlock the door. It hurt so bad. Nail turned black and blue and eventually fell off. My eye was cold, so I put a big round Christmas light that had been on for a while on my eyelid and burned my eyelid. My stepsister was the only one who watched it play out and just said from across the room, what the freak.
I found a big stick in a field and threw it like a javelin. I didn't think about the fact that it was L-shaped, so it hit me in the back of the head and I fell over.
Watched my grandfather cut open a golf ball to show me what the core looked like. After he did it, 7-year-old Ricky decided to replicate the feat. Some key differences. 1. He put it in a vise. I used my soft fingertips. 2. He used a power saw of some kind I don't remember. I was 8. I had my dad's handsaw. Needless to say, the shape of the golf ball and my inexperience with tools led to more blood than I had ever seen in my short life.
My dad tore his ACL, putting on a sock. Was sitting on the bed, went to cross his legs to put the sock on, ACL just popped. See, this is what happens when you don't warm up first.
When I was 10, I gave myself a paper cut because a little kid asked what one was. Ouch.
When I was 8, I was swinging on a swing and I had an idea to jump off it. I jumped too late, flew 2 meters in the air and landed on my right arm. I couldn't move this arm for a week. My twin bro and I used to jump out of swings all the time. One time, we built sand castles to use as targets. The sand on our hands made it much harder to grip the chains. Twin bro ended up falling backwards out of a swing, landing on his wrist, and breaking it. We were then prohibited from jumping out of swings, which just meant we couldn't do it when mom was around, and we had to use other excuses to explain any injuries, usually scraped knees, because shorts.
Rode my bike straight into a pole, stitches were had. Also, I bent the pole.
I played rugby for 6 years, mostly as a loose forward, and never had any injury whatsoever. Maybe a nosebleed or black eye once or twice per season, but nothing serious. I had been on crutches for a week, torn my meniscus, and nearly separated my AC joint. I'm talking couldn't put on shirts or take them off right for weeks, all from Ultimate Frisbee. The irony absolutely isn't lost on me.
I cut my head open on my friend's ceiling when I was younger. There was a lower part to the ceiling and we were running around. The edge hits me on top of my head and I start bleeding pretty bad. Went to the ER and got 6 staples. An old friend and I found this old refrigerator in his backyard. Had the bright idea to start hitting it with an axe and sledgehammer for shits and giggles. As it fell apart, I attempted to pull the sheet metal off and sliced the back of my hand. I somehow didn't realize I cut myself and got bored, so we started throwing a football. About 5 minutes later I felt my leg get all wet and looked down to see my hand wide open and about past TF out at the sight of all the blood. 32 stitches later I'm left with a nice scar on my hand. We were like 15 at the time.